It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at New Era Field in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The Bills' Stephen Hauschka's got this one teed up, and off we go from New Era Field. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
Mike, 58, right there.
All you get on the head. All you get on the head.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Shit.
And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
You ain't got nothing. You look.
58, Mike. 58.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Wilson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now the first carry here for Frank Gore. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
I got you, son.
Pass 85.
You're all right. Jim. Ball.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. A big play here for Buffalo. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
No. Pilot, 64, weak.
Switch. Safe. Check three. Check 26. Ship. Over. Roll.
Hey, tight.
Here's Gore. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Check curl. Alert.
Now Allen. Then he finds Beasley complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Croft there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, a nice spin.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Black 380. Black 51. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 42.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mike, 280. Mike, 49. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Black 380. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 380.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Black 280. Hey, pick your game up.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ed Oliver able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Yeah, this place has notoriously never been kind to visiting field goal kickers. You get those winds that really whip through the inner bowl, not to mention the urban legends about stadium workers opening and closing the tunnel doors. But for whatever reason, this one winds up off target.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Check 50. Check 50.
Throwing again. Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play here for the Bills. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Stop. Check, Mike. Under 10. Hey, hold.
You go tight. You got tight.
On 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1.
Regular.
They'll try and push it in with goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Room here to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, it's Carson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Some of these play calls, I think They're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Mike, 49. Let's pick it up. Hold up. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 49 to Mike.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 53 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, partner, let's look league-wide for a second and think playoffs here. I'm going to give you some teams, and you tell me if they still have a chance at the AFC wild card, or are they just waiting till next year? How about Cleveland at 4-6?
They're actually getting hot right now, but I still don't see them getting there and being in the playoffs.
Okay, same division. Steelers, they're 5-5 right now.
Yeah, I think the loss to Cleveland finished off that run.
Also 5-5, the Titans.
They actually have a chance if they stick.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now a give, right side. Carson. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got to the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check 24.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And that's complete to Crawl. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
56.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I know he ain't got it. Back. Check.
They run with Gore out of the shotgun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, Singletary. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down now, Gore. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, he's just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Gives it to Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll buy some time. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. And I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you've got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Slam on 52.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. To the shotgun snap to Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. After the interception, here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. Able to get this to Gordon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Let's go, fellas.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Showing it. Rush in. Rush in. 56. Hatchet. Hey, alert 3. Hey, wahoo.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Allen now on first down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On play action, Allen. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
50. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 5 wide. Pass 85. Done.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Topper!
On 2nd and 1, Allen and the grab by Croft. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyler Croft, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
This is Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now That's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Hey, Ray 19. Check Mike 54. Left 85. Pass 85. Pass.
Watch the pass. Watch the ad. Check 43.
Check. Go.
On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
80. Alert. 15. Check Mike 15. Down to lose 1.
Check the backer.
6. Christian travel. Pass. Check hot route. Hot.
I got it.
56.
Kill.
Hey, home.
Kill.
Check 52.
Alert flare.
Allen running the option to the left. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To the air, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Come on, man.
Frank Gore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
And that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at their own 15. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. All right, CD, let's look ahead to Week 12, the week before Thanksgiving. Hard to believe some big games. It started Thursday night, Colts-Texans, to decide who would go ahead in that division, but also Seahawks-Eagles, a game that you're going to be doing. That's a big one.
It's a monster one, and if you look at the Eagles' record, you would think they absolutely have to have it. But in the NFC East, even a loss doesn't eliminate them, does it? But if they win, they could be neck and neck with Dallas. With Seattle, they're trying to keep pace and stay right on the heels of San Francisco in the NFC West. How about Dallas at New England? That's a big-time game. The Cowboys trying to maintain their lead in the NFC East. New England just 1 loss. And Green Bay at San Francisco. That game got flexed to Sunday night and deserved to be. That could be one of the better ones we'll see this year.
Yeah, that's a trio of games that is very, very strong this weekend.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
What? Yeah. Mike 58, right there. I got you, boy.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that's caught inside the 30. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Carson. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bills have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. Give him 42 yards on the ground. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run. It's Gore. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Hey, tight. Jim. Check 36-6. Bullet high.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Allen. Then he finds Beasley. Complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Gore now running out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
But no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, 38 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Milano showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's got Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. At the 38, flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air,
and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. To throw again is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
So let's watch it and find out who's right.
On a jet sweep, this is Beasley. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Watch the shit! Run. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
SOS.
Allen going to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Mike spot forward. Stand out, man. Middle. Stand out. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check forward. He's coming. We got double up. We go. Check 3.
Allen off the play fake.
Slam. Check 3.
And oh, look at that. A diving catch. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Blue Dan. Hey. 50's a mic.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
58. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson gets it to Gordon. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit A
fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Heavy on the edges. Check your hot read. Check.
Alert. Middle.
Check.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So Allen's going to look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.